Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie from Rice. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action. Here's May. Connects on the crosser. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. He's tackled after a gain of about 6. It's 3rd down now.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
May not have throw on 3rd. Forced out to his right. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. May. He It's a screen play to Warren. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. May now. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. From the pocket, looking, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Corey Gallis connects. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
Maybe just a little disappointing with that good field position that it didn't yield a touchdown, but they moved the ball well, and you got 3 on that scoreboard.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Passing now on 2nd and 10. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Marte Mapu. And the Patriots take over as he records his 10th career INT.
They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 1-yard line.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
Here it is.
Going play action, May. Brought in right side. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots parlay the interception into points. This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Patriots go up 10-zip here in the 1st.
Ravens nothing. Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15.
At their own 13-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
Jones on the tackle.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
19 light. 18 left. 18 left.
And they just get the play off. He has the first over the middle. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. And that is the end of our first quarter. We've got the Patriots in front. Back to the bank in just a moment.
Ready?
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Get some space around midfield. They'll pick up with 17. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Cowboys, go!
There's a dive up the middle. And his progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here we go, set. Hey, 60.
Back-to-back carries here. 3 inside the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's got 9-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Let's go, Reed. Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Running out of chances. Here's 3rd and goal.
70, Timberwolf. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 4th and goal.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. but they do come away with 3.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. Headed out right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Broke cross, Smith with the pick.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Even 5 on the play. And that's good for Ravens 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Ready? Head to 60. Head to 60. Hut.
They give it to him again. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
Third and goal now from the 6 after that last play.
Let's go now. 19, 18. Mustang 19.
Pass play now. Drops this one underneath. Brooks. And that's a gain of 5. Enough to put him in a spot where they might actually consider going for this now.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19. Panther 11, Panther 11.
4th down, pass coming. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
It's made from the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Warren running between the tackles. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Five. Terrible, just crazy, crazy. Hey, what's that?
Here he is on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he gets it away from his end zone. Punt meets him at the 28. And that return's going to leave him enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they walk before the half.
46-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Bison. Rush in.
Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Set up. 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
60 each.
Back to throw. Look at that power, deep left side. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The final throw before the break. He's looking deep once again. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Chris Borregales to kick off for New England.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Has this at the 6. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. We'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Throwing from the gun here. Firing left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19, 18.
Looking to throw here. Set up the screen. Brooks. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Looking in the air here. For big yards on the right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Working quickly here.
At the 31, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Takes the second down snap. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Ready up.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Ricky Myers, and he's got it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
On the draw, this is Brooks. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Shut up. 79, 70 Lions. 19 tight, 19 tight. 19 Lions.
Throwing from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Got it. Ready?
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Check smash. Check smash. Cougar 19.
Here's a throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time that he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. He's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Patriots with it, currently holding a not-so-comfortable lead here. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Crazy. I hear you, son. Hey, what's that? Crazy.
May now from the gun. Go left side, cut by Douglas. Continuing to move past the 45. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down now, ball at the 33. Zane on the ground here with Henderson. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Sticking with Henderson. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
He was brought down with the 26. It's a gain of 2. Brings up third.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. They kick the running back in motion. May not have throw on 3rd. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Big moment here for Andres Borregales. It's about 43 yards for him.
A 43-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Andy Borregales to kick off for New England.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Here's the one back on the handoff. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got a man left. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Working on first down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Craig Woodson. Into the red zone. And he's going to score. It's a pick six for New England.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Gallis tacks on the extra point. And the Patriots double their lead to 14.
Ravens 6. To kick off for New England.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. To the air following that pick six. Lobs this deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's on target to Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Here we go. Let go.
Sign quarterback run here. On the right, he's got room. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. Big-time effort.
So here's a big play from the Ravens. Risky throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Craig Woodson. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
And the Patriot first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Patriots leading by 8. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
What's that? Hey, what's that? 30, check.
Trying an inside give to Henderson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. And this one is launched downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Crazy. Here goes tonight. Hey, what's that?
Setting up to pass. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Andres Borregales. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. It's a deep throws to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Trying the right side. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Oh, wait, you're kidding me! Seriously, was that even a play? Was that even a play?
Come on, what are we doing?
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
They'll set up the screen. It's Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down.
Hey, smash. Nike, 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler.
Desperation time here. Sends this to the end zone. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Henderson on 1st and 10. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
You got Hey, what's that?
So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back to some winning football.